Well, a tough one to take on Saturday, Grant, but I guess you've got to try and come in, haven't you, with a spring in your step. You've got another big game to prepare for.
Of course, I thought we played well enough to win the game. You know, I said that after the game. I've watched the game back. We created enough chances to win the game. But at the minute, we're just not ruthless enough in both boxes, and it's something we need to get better at for the rest of the season. Yeah,
I was going to say, really, we are repeating ourselves a bit, aren't we? But ruthless in both boxes feels relevant again after the weekend.
It does. I mean, listen, we're creating enough chances. Like I say to you, we're getting into good positions. We're just not, finding the final bit at the minute. And you live and die by them chances. The chance that Leo had, if we score, it's a completely different game. There's no two ways about it. The way we started the game, but we need to make sure, moving forward now, that when we've started well and we're on top, we need to score in that period. We didn't take our chance, and we put ourselves up against it by conceding. But listen, I can't fault the players' effort in the game. I think looking back on it, they all put a real shift in, and it's just the way it's fallen to us at the minute. But one thing I do know is we've lost 3 in a row. It's the first time this season on a bounce. We need to react now. We're winning the next three, and that's the focus for us.
Inevitably, when you're on a bad run, supporters will get frustrated. They'll question you. They'll question your players. That's football. Does that make you doubly determined? You've said before you're a fighter. You never turn away from a challenge. Does that make you doubly determined to succeed?
Of course it does. You know what I mean? Listen, if you can't take criticism, you shouldn't be in this job, or you shouldn't be involved in a football club, because listen, everybody's got an opinion, isn't they? In football, that's the bottom line. Everyone's got an opinion on you, on the team, on the players, on anything. But I know I've got a good group here. I know that we need to try and get the best out of them more often. I've got a good staff. We need to try and get the best out of them more often. And it's about everybody coming together. I've said it before. Without sounding like a broken record, it's we've got 9 games left. We need to try and get as many points as we can. We need to keep being positive. There's no point of throwing the toys out the pram and giving up on anything, because I've never given up on anything in my life. It's been a big learning curve for everybody at the football club this year. But one thing I do know, and I've said it before, is all this will stand us in good stead for next season, the season after that, hopefully. And you've got to go through these bad times to reap the rewards in the good ones, and that's the message.
How's Michael Smith? Looked like a sore one for him on Saturday.
It was. It's a dead leg, and it was just above his kneecap. We're going to give him as long as possible to get him fit. So hopefully he'll be okay for tomorrow night. But he's looking touch and go at the minute.
Could Jack Baldwin do a job at right back if you needed him to? Obviously you got Harry Anderson, who you used on Saturday, but could Jack slot in there if required?
We've got a few options that could play there. Obviously with Hayden going to Mansfield, it does leave us just Michael Smith with an only recognised right back, but it was the right thing for Hayden to go and get some games. But I mean, we've got other options, but I'm not writing Michael off just yet.
It's one of those, isn't it? It's absolutely typical as a manager. Obviously you want Hayden White to get games, and then your only right back gets a knock. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, listen, it happens. Michael's been consistent in a whole in his performances this year, and it was going to be hard for Hayden to get in front of him. But like I say to you, we'll see how he is over the next 24 hours. He's improving. He improved even more today. He was probably struggling a bit yesterday when we seen him, but he's improved, and it's just listen, a dead leg. Some people can recover quicker than others, and we're doing everything we can, in the physio department to try and get him fit for the game.
Is Marcus Maddison in contention, or will he still be sidelined?
No, he's still struggling. No, he'll not be involved. We just have to keep a close eye on him to see if we can get him back, but he'll not be involved again tomorrow.
What is that injury, Grant? Is that ankle?
Yeah, it's been building up for a while now, to be honest. So we just got to keep monitoring with the fitness coach, with the physio, and get him back into condition to play in the game. So disappointing, but we move on.
It's not one that needs a look at surgery or anything like that. It's just a case of having to manage it, is it, for now? Yeah,
just manage it and see how we go with it.
And no Leo, obviously, this Tuesday night. He's serving a 1-game ban, but you've got options. I guess Inman would be one that you could bring in there.
We've got options. We've got Inman, we've got Samuelson, we've got Chettle. To play in that sort of position. Anthony Grant, if we change it about a bit. So we've always had good options in midfield. Disappointing to lose Leo, obviously. He's had a dip in form, but so has a lot of other players. He's going to have a dip in form. He's a young boy, and the sending off was a bit naive, I think, just trying to win the ball back. But like I say, we've got more options to step in there.
Is there a danger with a youngster like Leo? There's almost an element of trying too hard. He lost the ball once or twice, tries to rectify it as quickly as he can. He's only a young lad, he's still learning.
No, I think that's good, that if he lost the ball and he's gone back to get it, it's good reactions. He's a good kid, he really is, and it's disappointing to see some of the comments about him, or the way some of the fans, because I can remember when Jermaine Anderson was coming through from the academy, and he got the same sort of treatment by a few of the fans, and Joe Newell was the same. These are kids we're trying to develop through the academy. We've got 2 or 3 others coming through. Morgan Penfold and Sam Cartwright and little Andrea Borg. We've got some good kids coming through, and we need to be patient with them. They're going to have good games, they're going to have bad games, but that's what we want to try and create here. We want to try and give them a pathway into the first team. But people's got to stick by them. And yes, maybe some games where I should have rested him, I should have brought him on. I think I've done it quite well with him. I have rested him at times and brought him in and brought him back out and brought him in. Could have done it more, of course, but not only is he a young boy, I think he's a good player as well, and he's a good character, so he'll have a top career.
Chesterfield have had to change your managers since you played them back in December. Have they changed much about the way they approach games, Grant?
Yeah, they play in a different sort of way. They're playing 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, whatever way you want to look at it. Similar way to Chelsea play, especially out of possession. So, but from here on in, like I said to you the other day, we need to concentrate on ourselves. We need to get the way we know we can play back. I think on Saturday you seen the team that the way we played, especially the first 20-25 minutes, was probably the best we've played since December, early part of January, and we want to try and continue that to the end of the season. The boys are still confident in there. It's a good change room, and we've got some good characters in there. So no one's down around here. Yes, we're all disappointed in the position we are in the league, but the only way you get that back is to have belief and have a bit of support around you, and I think we have that.
Do you think it'll be an open game on Tuesday? I was reading some of their quotes this morning from their press conference, basically saying that draws are no good now. They're 8 points adrift, that they've got to win games, so they'll take a few more risks.
Of course they will, yeah, but they've struggled this season. But I know Gary Caldwell's what he done at Wigan last year. He's a good manager. It's going to be a tricky game, of course it is. It's going to be a tricky, tough game down there. I think we remember last year we went down to 9 men, didn't we, and won 1-0. So it's always a tough game down there. There's no two ways about it. But we need to make sure we go and concentrate on ourselves. We need to make sure we play the way we want to play, and stamp our game onto theirs. That's the big thing for us.
Did Craig McCann-Smith come in with a bit more of a spring in his step than usual this morning?
I'm glad he got the goal. To be honest, I said to you, he just needs one to go off his backside, or I know he held his hands up and said it was a cross. But sometimes them ones are the ones that you just need, and hopefully that's taking the monkey off his back a little bit, and he can just concentrate on now trying to score as many goals until the end of the season.
You talked earlier on about having a bit more patience with De Silva Lopez. Do you feel the same applies to Nichols, your top scorer as well? I know he's got some stick, and you've mentioned that in the past. He's obviously trying to form a partnership with McCann Smith. Is the message a similar one? Give him just a bit of time in his first full season at League One level? We've
got a few. Chris Forrester, it's his first full season really when you think about it. He played something like 25-30 games before he came this last year. First full season in League One. Tom Nichols, Leonardo, Andrew Hughes, Ryan Tafazzoli. They're all the first years in this league really when you think about it. So we've got quite a few in there, first years in the league in this division, and we just need to be patient with them. We need to be patient. We need to keep working with them. We need to be progressing them every day. Sessions for them that where they're doing top-up sessions to try and progress them. We need to do it with quite a lot of the group, to be honest, and that's one thing we do moving forward.
Thanks, Ryan. Good luck.
What did you make of Taylor's performance Saturday, Graham?
I thought he was outstanding. He's when he's on that form, he's hard to stop. But unfortunately, Tails is always going to be judged on his goals and his assists, and that is this football club. Attacking players get judged on goals and assists. But in between both boxes, he was different class, and if we can keep him on that form till the end of the season, then we've got a hell of a player on our hands.